So the GTA 5 Enhanced Edition on PC is finally here after years of waiting for it. For the longest time, we knew it was coming, we were all expecting it at some point, we just never knew when. But now that it is finally here, does it live up to expectations? That's what I want to go over in this video. Let's first talk about the character and profile migration process. Unfortunately, I forgot to record myself migrating my own character and save data over, but I will clear things up a bit for some of you who are maybe having troubles with it. For the online character migration, if you start out in story mode and try to go to online from story mode, it will ask you just to create a new character with no options of migration, which can leave a lot of people confused as to why there's just no option to bring your character over. But fear not, because what fixed that for me was going to the main menu and just clicking on go online from there. It then made me watch the gtaonline introduction video before I was able to select my character to transfer over from GTA 5 Legacy on PC. And don't be afraid of transferring, by the way. Your character data will still be on the Legacy Edition. It's not going to get deleted. And if you do happen to have a modded character or a modded account, you might be hit with the message that your character is not eligible for a transfer. And that's just intended that your account data is modified in some way so that it's not going to be eligible to transfer over. Now, it's not exactly all smooth sailing though, because I did have to go back and readjust my keybinds and sensitivity sliders and control schemes because those don't transfer over, unfortunately. At least they didn't for me. But after all that was said and done, it took about 20 minutes to get all my settings tweaked the way I wanted to. I then cranked up all of the graphics settings to max, all the new ray tracing options to test them out, and surprisingly, the game ran quite well, even with everything maxed out. The enhanced version on PC is much better optimized than the Legacy Edition, I could definitely tell, especially in areas with dense foliage. In the Legacy Edition, that would always drop your FPS, but in the Enhanced Edition, I didn't really notice a huge decrease in performance, even playing at max settings. It just all seemed consistent across the board for the most part. I will be doing another more in-depth video on the graphics comparisons and if ray tracing is even worth it in the future though, so stay tuned for that one. This one is just going to be my first impressions after playing for a few hours. And in case you were wondering about what my setup is, I have an i9 9800K CPU and a 3080 Ti with 64GB of RAM, so it's not exactly a top-of-the-line rig, it's not exactly a 5090 and 9800X3D I have in here, but I was still able to crank up the settings at 1440p with DLSS on quality and get a smooth frame rate. Apparently there is a bug right now where the game is hard capped at 120 FPS no matter what you do, even if you turn off the in-game frame rate limit. And if you play with ray tracing on, you probably won't even have to worry about this unless you have a top-of-the-line graphics card, because you likely won't even be hitting 120 FPS with ray tracing. However, this might actually be intentional that it's hard capped at 120 FPS, because I know on the Legacy GTA 5, if you got really high into the 180 FPS range, the game would just stutter like crazy. So they may have just capped it so you can't get that high in the first place to even have that happen. But I'm not exactly too sure right now. We'll just have to wait and see what happens in the future with that. When I was playing online, I did notice a couple of issues. Number one was the network connectivity and just reliability of it. I went to some public lobbies and there were a lot of disconnections happening. A very alarming amount of disconnections, more than I'm ever used to when playing on PC. I know from time to time it just happens where everyone leaves on the side of the screen, but this was legit happening almost every populated lobby I got into. And one of my friends couldn't even play without it happening to him, where it would just disconnect him the moment he got close to me. So maybe that's just because the servers are being stressed with everyone trying to transfer their character over, and since it just came out, it's kind of new. I'm not sure, but it was pretty annoying, and I hope that doesn't last forever. And it shouldn't have anything to do with my network setup, because every other time I've played on PC, I'd never had those issues, but the moment I log on to Expand Enhanced, all of a sudden they arise. The other major thing that I want to talk about, and apparently this is intentional, but there is no global text chat on PC anymore. There's no keybind for it in the options, and according to Rockstar support, this is intentional, at least at launch, with the support ticket from someone on Steam saying this: "Thank you for contacting Rockstar support. I understand how important for you to communicate with your friends when playing our game. We apologize for this inconvenience. Let me go ahead and check this for you. In GTA 5 Enhanced, in-game text chat will not be supported at launch. We recommend utilizing platform chat functionality or the game's SMS feature as alternatives for communication with other players. We encourage you to please submit any constructive gtaonline suggestions and input that you have via the official feedback website. Although we cannot guarantee your response, we review submissions and appreciate your feedback. We appreciate your understanding on this matter. If you have any other questions and need further assistance, please don't hesitate to reach out." And this has made a lot of people mad, including myself, because the global text chat was something that made the PC version unique, being able to just chat with others through text rather than using voice chat all the time. And I would be lying if I said the game didn't feel kind of lifeless with it gone. And I understand it was abused by modders to advertise modding services and stuff like that, and just general trash talk, people saying the weirdest shit. But there's always an option to turn it off if someone doesn't want to see that stuff. So I don't understand why they'd punish all of us for that. So hopefully they do have plans to bring it back. They do have plans of adding in frame generation according to their newswire, so it doesn't look like they're going to be done updating the game based on that. They will keep adding features in the future. So if that is the case, hopefully in the future it does get added back, because that's a huge feature to be lacking on the enhanced version. And is also one of the main reasons why the Steam reviews for GTA 5 Enhanced are mixed at the moment. Overall though, it is just more GTA 5. The new ray tracing options are nice. The PC version is once again the best looking version to play when you crank up all of the settings, but at the same time, it's not that big of an upgrade compared to getting the enhanced version on consoles compared to the PS4 and Xbox One version. The PC version already looked quite nice. But those are my first impressions of GTA 5 Enhanced on PC. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments if you had a chance to try it out. Do you enjoy the ray tracing, or do you really not notice a huge difference? If you enjoyed the video or found it helpful, feel free to leave a like, as well as subscribe to my channel for more GTA Online content. I also want to give a huge shout out to all of my channel members for your support. If you'd like to become a member for some exclusive perks, you can either use the join button or the link that's down in the description. And as always, thanks for watching and have a great day.